It's October 20th, 2014. Going into Langdon Park. I'm going to take pictures of some of the current flooding. I've taken many pictures in this park, stills and movies, and of flooding, but never have I taken pictures or done anything with this time of year. So we'll have a look. Stay tuned. Now this may be the first opportunity that a lot of you would have had to see our new parking lot. Created because of the part of it was the on street parking, but mainly due to the complaints of neighbors that were quite fed up with the noise. People can't seem to behave themselves and forget about their children and all that, so they come here and party and drink and carry on. So anyway, the gate, original gate, has been moved, and down here, I don't know, 70 meters, and so it remains locked. And problem is, there's ways to get around it, so we're not going to be free of ATVs and snowmobiles, which is a freaking shame. They got lots of places to go, but they seem to have to ruin things for everybody else. So the trail has two entrances. Today we're going to go in a clockwise direction. So we go through the gates here and go down to some may refer to as a beach area. Well, there's kind of a beach, but not much of a beach. First thing we notice is that this little stream that's been going across the trail was much worse on the 17th when I took still pictures, and again yesterday when it was really wet in here. So anyway, we may see a drop in the river. You can see the source of the water. It's all this bush area is very wet. This gets totally wet from the rise of the river, and the Whitson has remained high for several months now. So we have a choice of two trails. This trail is a loop and stays away from the meadow, I guess I call it meadow, but today we're going to go through the meadow. So here's our beach, and my little buddy's gonna probably have a little dip, likes to have a little dip. And here's one of 4 benches that we have here. Two of them have been donated by Councillor Ron Dupuis, currently candidate for mayor. This is not a plug, it's just a comment. Some people still insist on making a shortcut. I have no idea why they do that. We got this thing, people park, trying to get people off the road, but people insist on going on the road. Here's a shelter, sun shelter, also paid for out of Ron's HCI funds. And a couple of picnic tables. I don't know if Ron paid for those or not. It was his plan, but I have no idea. They just showed up and nobody said anything. So we accept all donations. This is a good area. It's lovely for families, and This is one of those things here that has been treated badly by vandals. One of the things that the city parks people, or one person actually, it was repair the left-hand bench. Right-hand bench, there was just no materials. But this year we've been relatively scot-free, at least damaged here. You see the river is fairly high. In fact, it's quite high. It's not normally this high this time of year. This is the exit from that trail from the right that I showed you. And over here is a bench that my family put in, myself and my family, in memory of my late wife Dee. She was active in trails along with myself, and I thought this was an appropriate thing to do, and my daughter picked out this spot because she said Mom would like to be able to look up the river, and I thought that's a great idea. I also heard from a pastor of the neighborhood church here that he would like to sit here and contemplate, I guess, his sermons and things like that, so I'm sure Dee would be happy about that as well. This river, by the way, is quite fast moving. I don't know if you can tell from this. Well, it's tempting to kayak or canoe it, and I've seen people do it. I think you have to pick it when the water is right, but it's always moving pretty quickly. It will get down to there's virtually no water in places, and you can walk across, even ankle deep to a dog. We'll carry on. Before we refurbish this area, or this trail, this area here was underwater a lot, so a culvert has been installed, and the river end is still underwater, so usually you'd see the whole thing outside, so it gives you a good idea. This river, by the way, summer, winter, it's a wonderful place to walk. We hope or wish that after our coming election that city people are going to take more responsibility for it. They've basically abandoned us, abandoned trails. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And if that sounds like a complaint or a sales talk or whatever, that's what it is. This gate here, originally installed by myself and modified by myself, this year was pulled right out and hung on a tree, thanks to Pete of Parks and Rec, I guess, or actually it's Trails and Ski Hills. He has repaired it, so let's hope it stays this way. Just a few meters along is another low area. You can't tell, but this also has a culvert. This was installed by our Valley East Parks people. We were very lucky. We had a very dedicated, I don't know what his title was, supervisor or what, and he put in this culvert for us, and it's helped a lot. We could use somebody like him again, but he's retired. Now, right ahead of us is a fence. The first post that was in there has been pulled out and probably thrown in the river somewhere. Uh, it was originally designed, I had a snow fence there. It was originally designed to sort of as a warning, so no kids could say get away running from their parents and get to fall in or anything. But vandalism once again. This has been a constant theme, and there's been really no comeback from the parks. They're just too busy with other things, and a place for senior citizens to get their exercise. This one of the last places you would get water, but you have it now, and this is I guess what you might refer to as a new trail. When we refurbished it, the trail that worked in here, or was here, because this is a refurbished trail, had gone onto private property. So here is the new trail, and keeps people away from the farmer's yard, and it's kind of a nice touch, I think. Here's another spot, and it would be wonderful to have better drainage. Mind you, the water's so high, you'd have to build it right up, and it actually has been built right up. But the leaves and the wood chips and that get washed away rather with the leaves, and so what we really need is more work done. But we have the material, but we don't have the bodies. Church group was going to take over the maintenance of it, and outside of one blitz, I haven't seen anything, so I don't know what the score is right now. I'm not going to ask either. Looking back on that wet spot, it was around here that I turned around yesterday because the water was virtually impassable. Today I took my own advice and I'm wearing rubber boots. So see where it is all through the bush. Here's another one of Pete's repair jobs, which I personally am very grateful. This ugly looking thing here is something I did several years ago. ATVs, or in this case they have snow machines, they'll go around anything. They feel like they have a right to go anywhere they want to go, and I put this ugly thing here out of desperation, and it worked. Years ago, this was the trail people used, and the problem is that it goes onto the farmer's yard. Now people still go through. I don't know if it's just the farmer or people. They walk through there. It's actually quite a long trail. Right back there. But, say I haven't been there in many years. So here's the other entrance that was in existence onto the farmer's yard. I suspect it's him that's put up this private sign, and probably the branches. Over the years I've done many things to try and block it. Fence posts which got pulled out, stolen. On this side we have a wetlands. This is all due to the water from the river, and unfortunately it has been a dumping ground over the years. I've taken tires out, gas tank, all kinds of stuff. building material. I had friends help me out in the building material. Washing machine. People see a bit of a bush around, they automatically want to dump stuff. Kind of mental. This is another access to the trail. Thing is, if you're coming on the trail through this path, you're trespassing. The property next door is bought and there's a house on it. And of course, if you're coming from the farmer side, if you're not the well, you're trespassing. Many attempts have been made to fence it off, or originally tried to keep it before that house was built as sort of a trail. This also has been pulled out several times, and I think it's Pete that put it back in. A tree has fallen across the trail. I hope that's discouraging. And I say it's very disconcerting what people will do to places they have no business doing it to. Another shot of our wetland. And in the summertime, sometimes you can walk right down there. It's dry. Looking back, we got a good mixture of trees. We got spruce, pine, birch. One of our problems is we have some idiots come along and they pull roots up. They seem to have no concept of trip hazards of people falling. We've had them out, I've cut them out, I've had them buried, but they find them and pull them up. So it looks like everybody just said, oh, the hell with it. During my reconstruction days, I'd meet people, valley residents, long-time valley residents, used to tell me what a great swimming hole this once was. In fact, when a friend of mine, even before I was told that, told me that he had used to come here swimming, I couldn't. I thought, how can you come here swimming? It was a gravel pit that started growing in. And it's a nice feature. Man-made, but you get lots of stuff like that happening in the valley. Well, it doesn't look too much right now. So you know, it's the fall and things have come off, but I have a painting a friend did of this, and it sits on the wall in my bedroom, and every morning I look at it. And I have another friend put her name in down for it, so when I croak, careful who your friends are, right? Here's another example of vandalism. We've had a lot of trees pulled down. I have no idea why they do this. They just think it's a big kick, I guess. Very disappointing. This is number 4 bench. This one also put in by Ron Dupuis. I'm just about out of power, my little light tells me. So I'm going to maybe get one more scene in here. And I follow up the trail, and I'm coming to come out to the other entrance, called the north entrance, and we'll come across the original parking lot. Where unfortunately people used to come and carry on So we got a neighbor right ahead of us, another one a little over there, and they hoop and holler and carry on like total dickheads. We have some material lying right there. We'll put down, say this church group in June used up some of it, and all of that is we got that due to the kindness of that park supervisor that I told you about that just retired. His name was Larry, and he got all that stuff for nothing, because when Hydro was doing some chipping, he said, "Where are you putting the chips?" He said, "Well, I'll take it to the dump." And Larry says, "Oh, I got a place for it." And this is where it ended up. Still has potential. So anyway, we're on our way out. Carry off here to the right, come up back to where we were, and that's today's romp. Not as dramatic as I was thinking it would be with the water, but even if I don't put it anywhere, oh well. Be in my memoirs, my memories. Okay, see, straight ahead. That's the trail we went on, and to the left is from the parking lot. So come and visit. Sure you'll like it. Bye now.